laughs with those who slept like corpses. Damp morning rays in the stiff bat clubs, killing time in the 70s. Smelling of love through the moist wind.
That used to be me. Can you tell the difference? Old, cynical, miserable Nathan. I don't even know how to describe that photo. I think I was 19 and had just moved to Bournemouth. And I think I was drinking absinthe or vodka that night. The first time drinking acid, probably. No, I don't know what it was. But that was a good house party. The old ways are the best. Photographs last forever. What's real lasts. Digital doesn't last. And I guess we'll start there. That's about as exciting as my life is at the weekend. But I am cheating. For anyone who saw my Instagram post, this is the Sunday mashup, third in the playlist, but it's not on a Sunday. I'm recording it on Saturday because, believe it or not, I have actually got plans. So it's Saturday, as you can see. Got my setup, got my caffeine, got my laptop ready. Ow. Yep. Got some cold pizza. I know. It looks like I'm a uni student, when actually I'm 27 years old. I just live in a studio apartment, and I decided to pursue a life of entrepreneurial desires, which fits into what I'm going to talk about today. You know, because if anyone did see my post, I fell out of love with what I'm passionate about. But this is going to be a long one today, and there's going to be lots of stuff floating about. So I'm going to drift off from topic to topic to topic. And if you don't like that kind of thing, then you shouldn't really be watching my content, you know. And if you don't like watching someone eat cold pizza and drink a Red Bull, then fuck off. Passion. Entrepreneurship. It's all very trendy right now, isn't it? And this is where I get a little bit... I don't like using the word cynical because it's cynical. Hence why I don't like using it. But even this morning, right, I'll give you a great example. I went on a date last week. It was about 2 weeks ago. Last week? Yeah, last week. And it was terrible. Terrible date. Well, actually, up until the terrible part, it was great. It was a really, really good date. She was a lovely person. But the part that made it terrible actually has now given me an idea for a screenplay. You can't see it because I've written it on an old card that was delivered to me. But the entire horrible episode that some people would go, oh, given up on dating now, it's horrible. That's now given me an idea to go, okay, I'm going to write that at some point. And I spend most of my time in coffee shops writing ideas for TVs and screenplays and stuff anyway, so what people aren't doing, and this fits into what I'm trying to talk about, is they aren't actually following their passion. They aren't actually creating. They aren't actually what I like to talk about, and a lot of other true entrepreneurs and creators, and these terms and phrases that people are throwing about so much, is being a practitioner, acting, right? And you only really know about these phrases through such things as life experience or getting thrown into the deep end, and it's through such things like these that you know about them. You don't know about them by slapping it on your Instagram bio, or creating an OnlyFans account, or doing a YouTube stream or Twitch, or going, right, today I'm a gamer, you know? I've got 500 extra fans. Okay, great, that's cool. What happens when I have to actually interact with someone? I don't know how to do that. What happens when I have to actually take criticism? What happens when I have to actually stand on my own 2 feet? What happens when I have to handle this problem, handle this dilemma? What happens when I have to do this? They don't teach you that. Entrepreneurship is more than a label. That's a good title. I should use that. But entrepreneurship is more than a label. And this is why I've fallen out of love with it. Not truly, because if anyone does watch this, and if anyone knows what I'm talking about, when I didn't choose this, not entirely. It was a combination of both. I left the fitness industry because, a long, complicated story, and you'll have to watch my content to know. The fitness industry was going only one way, the way it is now. And all the people who were stuck in the jobs or losing the jobs, and nobody predicted what happened now has happened, and all the people who were going online coaching, creating a brand, doing something different, I just saw a gap. I saw a gap in the market. And nobody supported me at first. Nobody thought, oh yeah, that's a fucking good idea. Everyone who I worked with said, go ahead, fuck off. Good luck with that. Because they were still getting paid. They were still working. They were still getting clients. They were still stealing my clients. So entrepreneurship back, and this has been the same with any trend. It's not just entrepreneurship, it's content creation, streaming, whatever. All these things come around in circles, investing, trading, all these things that people think are new. They're not fucking new. They come around in circles. They're all the same. So the gap when I was there was just so happened to be fitness related. I saw that nobody was really taking advantage of these platforms. Just so happened to be I was a personal trainer, and that was the gap at the time. Look, okay, how do I monetize this? How do I take advantage? But I had to leave my position. I had to leave the job so I could properly learn, properly take advantage, properly soak it all in, and properly invest all the time and my effort to create something more. Because I wouldn't have done all the podcasts I've done now with all the entrepreneurs, create the Q&A sessions, create Alexander Consulting, create everything that I've done. I wouldn't have done all that over the last year or so. And people get lost in this idea that, okay, I'm a content creator. Okay, but you've got, what, a couple thousand fans, a couple thousand subscribers, a few likes? But if you actually created something, and I had a message the other day from somebody who liked a photo on Instagram of mine, and I have an automated, it's not automated, I physically have to send the message. And that's another thing people get confused with. People just go, do you do all of your Instagram yourself? Do you reply to everyone yourself? And I'm like, yeah, of course I fucking do. that's part of it. I mean, why wouldn't you? So I have a message that I send to everyone who liked any of my stuff on all platforms. That goes, obviously, thanks for liking my stuff, blah 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 blah. By the way, check out my YouTube channel, podcast, etc., with the link in it. Pretty standard advertising stuff. And most of the time you get nothing. 1% of the time you get somebody who goes yes, which is good, which is always why you should do that tip, because 1% of the time you get somebody who goes yes, and that's how you get subscribers. Anyway, this guy came back and he said, how about we do a subscribe for a subscribe? You subscribe to me and I'll subscribe to you. And I was like, palm face. I was like, okay, I appreciate the hustle, but that strategy is just... If my computer is really loud right now, I apologize. I have like an ancient Mac, so it's just like from the dark ages. Shit just doesn't work. So anyway, that strategy just doesn't work. And I sent back a message saying, look, I've been doing this for a while, mate. Love the message, but in the long run, that strategy won't work for you, because you might have, 1,000 people following you, but you'll be following 1,000 people, and you'll one day you'll go in and you'll think, who the fuck are all these people that I'm following? And then you'll think, who the fuck are all these people following me? If you don't truly engage with your community and know your community, that's all part of building a brand. At the end of the day, people are going to like your content for only a couple reasons: who you are and what you represent. So they're only really going to come to you based on those couple reasons. This whole follow for follow, like for like thing, it's materialistic, and it doesn't last in the long run, because eventually things in people's lives change, and then they go, well, you're not really important anymore, go away. That's just a matter of life. Social media is like any other thing, it goes away. So to create something everlasting and something that won't go away, you have to create something, i.e. a brand, something important, visceral, that people go, okay, you're real, I'll invest in you. That's the strategy. Q, authentic. The word is authentic. Now, that is the whole reason I've done this video here, and the whole reason I've struggled the last few months, because there is no authentic. There is no authenticity about what is happening right now in entrepreneurship, content strategy, this whole area of what it was. And it's not just been the last year, it's been, the last few years. And when I started it, it was okay. I kind of had like a good year, 2018 to 2019. It was great. 2019 afterwards, kind of started to notice these signs, and then everyone just went, no, I'm going to be fake. And I don't care. That was their mentality. But if you're not authentic, it will come back to bite you in the ass. Because to be authentic, as I said just now, that's what people are buying. And they will stay with you. Because whether it's a video filmed or a follow, which people value most nowadays, and it's ridiculous, I know, or subscribe or whatever, that is you. That's real. worrying about something that doesn't matter, a follow for follow, a like for like, all of this stuff, it's not real. It's like smoke. It's fake. It's literally the definition of 2020. It's not real. So that's most of what this stuff covered. But for any reason why I've calmed down more, it's probably just that. Plus, a lot of people who claim to be content creators, entrepreneurs, they're not. Do they bleed 48 hours, 24 hours a day, out of their eyeballs? I mean, right now, for most people, I live in a studio flat. I'm literally sitting at my kitchen, because this is my office, on a stool. I don't have a desk. That's my sink, eating cold pizza with Red Bull in hand, as you can see, uploading photos of, i.e. this and other stuff, whilst filming. And I'll probably be doing that for the rest of the day. Now, would I love to relax Saturday, a rainy Saturday, and watch the football? Yeah, sure. And this is most days for me. Or if not, in a coffee shop, writing. I mean, I haven't even got to, the screenplay idea I got to write. I haven't even got to social media. I've got LinkedIn messages, Instant messages, Facebook messages, Twitter. I've got to cover all of them. That'll be till later. That's all part of that Alexander Consulting. This is when you create something, i.e. brand, it's 24/7. And that's at my level. Imagine what the top level guys are doing. Obviously, they're bigger. They have people to work for them. They have people to work with them. But it's just me. And this is what I'm talking about. When it is just you, you fall on the sword. It is nothing else. And I interact with a lot of people. Who throw around these labels. And part of my job is I'm willing to learn. I'm an observationist. I don't dismay. I don't write off people that quickly, because I wouldn't get where I am without talking or interacting and learning about these other people. So I don't just hit that block button straight away. I talk to these people. I want to find out. I want to learn more about other things. I'm a very open-minded person. But the thing that I have learned that has led me to this point is that people are just, and it has been the same for the last few years, people want the top of the hill, but they don't want to climb the hill. And I've said this since I started my venture. It's the same principle whether you are in investing, whether you are in any job, whether you're on a basic sales job. Oh, I want that promotion. Okay, well, you're going to have to work a few extra hours this month. I'm not that bothered then. Alright, well, don't do the fucking promotion then. It's the same aspect in any life. Do you want to work a bit harder? Yeah, okay. Well, you're going to have to do this. No, well, don't worry about it. But now, we've given this generation the tools to go, well, you don't have to work harder. And more so now with what's going on in the world, you don't have to work harder. You can stay at home and you can do everything from your phone, which is down. And you can con's probably not the right word to use. You can trick people into thinking you are such and such. And this is why I've got more and more careful about even the hashtags I use. Influence is a very, very careful word. Even with my psychology studies, I haven't even got around to talking about that. I think as somebody who studied criminology, technically I am still studying. This is probably a good way to move on to it. I'm really, really hungry, and there's cold pizza next to me. I really want it. So, entrepreneurship, done. Fallen out of love with that. Not fully, but yes. Creative stuff, we talked about that. I won't continue my criminology and psychology degree because, won't be. I don't know whether I will be or not. That's just the thing. Because of coronavirus, everything's been put on hold. And everything is just been up and down and up and down and up and down and up and down. So, not to mention what's going on with all the regular students, but open university students, it was a shit show. So the module that I was studying is over now, and to even think about moving on to the next one is like trying to get into Fort Knox. It's just a fucking why bother? So it's almost like they don't want you to. And this slots into what I was just talking about, with all priorities, passion, happiness, the last couple of assignments I was doing, I was getting really, really happy with not just the material was fine, and if anything, the degree is amazing, but having to wait 3-4 weeks just for a professor who I'm not meeting, can't even Zoom call with, can't even meet face to face, which I haven't even had that since I was a teenager back in college. And nowadays, even the proper uni students are struggling with that. Just to email me really, really cryptic feedback about an assignment. And then, for it all to go wrong is just, it's not what you want when you're trying to do a degree over like a 6-year period. So waiting on that is something that I don't know whether I'm really going to wait on, but yeah, that's probably why I'm not going to continue with it. Did I learn a lot from my degree? Yeah, massively, because I don't know if there's anyone out there anyone has actually studied that kind of stuff, but it's not something that everyone thinks, oh yeah, let's watch Sherlock Holmes, let's watch a Netflix documentary. It's nothing like that. If you actually study some of the material, it's really open your eyes to how stuff works and the real world. So yeah, even a couple modules studying that. Yeah. Wow, that's all I'd say. Anyway, I've been talking for like 22 minutes. So this is the longest Sunday mashup, Sunday/Saturday mashup that I've done. And I've got cold pizza to eat. And I'm actually waiting for an Amazon delivery, which is the saddest Amazon delivery in the world. It's a shredder. and I get satisfied. I get satisfaction from shredding things. I don't know about anyone else, but that's what I want to do. Anyway, I have a screenplay to write, and I have cold pizza to eat. I won't put that in now, but most important thing, if you're not passionate about it, right? If you're not passionate about something, don't do it. Because without passion, what do you have? Nothing. Without passion, you're just another brick in the wall, to quote Pink Floyd. And, I think passion is a very, very hard thing to find nowadays. And it's even harder when we can't go about our normal life. It's even harder when things are taken away from us. It's even harder when normalities and habits and interest in human interaction it's just not there. But the self-awareness, and this is the most important thing, self-awareness, to be aware of that is the way to stay on top. Because if you are looking to get started, if you are looking, and it's never too late, if you are looking to get started, if you are looking to create something, take a step back. Ask first, am I interested in this? Is this what makes me happy? Because if you ask all those questions and it ticks the box and it goes yes, then great, invest your time in it. If it doesn't and it says no, then don't do it. Simple as that. Anyway, this has been another mashup, and yeah, peace out.